This is the second video of part number 2, looking at the roadmap for adult piano beginners. In the first video, I was showing and sharing the piano method book that I use with my adult students and also with the children. That's been really great for me. It's very easy to understand. It incorporates different styles of music, very nice arrangements. It integrates all aspects of music development as a rhythm, a sight reading, a theory. So everything is all together. And since I found this method, I've been using it. So in the first part, I was explaining and showing what's included in the level 1 for adult piano beginners and what are you learning in from the beginning to the end of the book. So if you haven't watched that video, I'm going to include it in the description below, so please watch the level 1. In this video, I'm going to be showing and explaining what's included in level 2 for adult piano beginners in Piano Adventures piano method book. So let's get started. So in level 2, you have the same, like in level 1, you have a lesson book, theory book, technique, artistry, performance book, sight reading, and popular repertoire. We're gonna start with lesson book level 2 for adult piano beginners. We're gonna review everything we learned in the level 1. The chords are gonna be a big part of the level 2, understanding the chords, chord symbols, Roman numerals. And it's important if you're gonna transpose the music, if you're gonna play with the other musicians, and if it's just you want to be more professional with your knowledge of music theory. So I would suggest for you to not to skip those lessons. If we're level 1, we've been working within the 5-finger positions and just the basic movements of staying within 5-finger position and natural design of the hand, maybe including some stretches with your pinky and the thumb. So here you're gonna doing more manipulation with your fingers, more movement on the piano by playing scales, by playing chords, maybe a little bit wider arrangements and wider arpeggios. The choices of the music are great. We are going through to learn about the tempo, different tempos, slow tempo, moderate tempo, and fast tempo, learning how to play with metronome. I actually start from the very beginning, so I'm not waiting for the level 2. I start teaching how to play with metronome from the beginning. Now we're learning more colors into the music, adding more colors, different modes, major, minor, harmonic minor. Unit 5 is just going more over the minor music. I'm personally like more sad music, minor music. I don't know. Please share in the comments below if you like happy music or sad music more. I like this dark, moody minor piano music. In unit 6, ledger lines. So everything that goes beyond the 5 lines on the staff, we are reading off the ledger lines. You need to practice so that way you're not going to be stopped if you see the notes are written on extra lines. So it's all that to deepen and take you to the next level of the sight reading. Crosshand arpeggio, like you doing more movements. You're gonna start doing crossing over of the fingers, crossing under, crossing over the hands, right hand or left hand going over when you're doing arpeggios like this, for example. Or when you're playing scales, we need to extend fingers, so that way it seems endlessly like you have unlimited amount of fingers when you play in passages. Everything is organized based on units. So in unit 8, we're learning more intervals, not only recognizing, identifying the intervals, but also being able to hear it and listen it, identify it with your ears. So you developing your listening of the music, your musical ears more in this level. C major scale, so instead of playing only 5 notes, we were playing 8 notes on the piano. That might be trickier, and I know many students dreading playing scales and they just dislike playing scales, including myself when I was learning. So playing with the pedal, different type of pedaling, 8th rests, incorporating a little bit more rhythmical patterns that gives us ability to play jazz, blues. So let's take a look through the pages, what it offers. Okay, this is just a review of concept, rhythm, what's dynamic, the terms, terminology. I like how the books are built because this is your workbook. You're writing things down. Many people learning digitally right now, but I always ask my students to print it out, write things down, because that's where the kinesthetic learning kicks in and you understand the concept much, much better. Rustic dance, that's where you start with the time signature of 2/4. I'm not going to play everything, just the beginning, so you can get an idea. Whirling Leaves, such a beautiful piece. And in the first part, I was explaining that I have a subscription with Piano Adventures. It's not expensive at all, especially if you buy. I don't make any commission of it unless you buy it through my affiliate Amazon link, the books. But I highly suggest for piano educators, for piano teachers, to get the subscription because you can teach easily online. It offers, you can have access to all of the books, the supplemental material, all the Piano Adventures books, and also you could play the full orchestration for your students. For example, Whirling Leaves is going to sound like this. Unit 7, cross hand arpeggio. This is where we're learning how to cross hands. This is what I was showing you. So this all prepares you for the next piece, El Matador. That's a really beautiful piece. So you learn how to be more expressive at the piano. Everybody recognize, right? And again, everything is in very doable arrangement. So if you're a piano beginner, you can still enjoy this beautiful classics, but without breaking your fingers. So that's why I like this piano method, because arrangement are very done in a smart way, considering all the aspects of a human physicality and level where you are. Jumping jazz cat, we're incorporating more of the technical skills and scales and rhythm. So we have a few kind of like things to be able to do, and not just to technically play the scales, also the shifts are happen. We're shifting hands from one position to another. We're incorporating different articulation accents, different rhythm, syncopation here. So you getting more advanced in understanding of rhythmical patterns and executing it on the piano. Chords, more chords. Chords are always fun. In my piano and voice fusion, I only teach the chords. chords. It's much harder to coordinate voice with playing at the same time. So that's why we're minimizing the piano accompaniment, unless you are already skilled pianist, and it's no problem for you to do that. But if you beginner, or especially if you are singer and never played piano before, we only playing chords. The favorite one. All right, moving on to the next, Brahms Lullaby. Now, melody is in the left hand. Many people are right-handed, so playing melody with the left hand is gonna be super difficult. I'm missing some flats. So developing this hand balance where you can be able to play melody in the left hand is super important for your musicality. So that's why I love piano. Piano is my favorite instrument because you almost play in the full orchestra. You could play in the low register here, right? The middle register and high register. So you can use all of those palitra of colors, of musical colors, under your fingers, and you can create beautiful music on the piano. Okay, let's continue. We're almost there. So thank you for being patient. The reason why I decided to create this video is because I found many students, especially who teach themselves how to play piano with YouTube tutorials, they kind of like getting information here and there, but they don't have the whole picture or the path where you need to start and where you're going to. So that's why a lot of people giving up and feel frustrated in the process. Yes, you can teach yourself how to play certain songs, but what's next? What do you have to develop and practice on next? So by using Piano Method book, it kind of gives you clear map and clear structure where you're getting to. And you start using and playing the piano music in the gradual advancing way. So that's why it's very important to have, at least if you don't have a piano teacher or piano coach guiding you and helping you, at least get yourself good Piano Method book and start learning with it. And that's it. Each book comes with a dictionary of musical terms. You can always refer to the back. All right, let's take a look at the supplementary repertoire performance book. I'm just gonna play through a few of the songs so you can get an idea where you're gonna be in the level 2 adult piano beginners book. You start with German dance. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at the Snow Castle. So jazz music has a lot of rhythmical challenges, so understanding rhythm will give you ability to play jazz. Niagara Falls, now cross-hand arpeggios. those crosshair arpeggio really sounds like a waterfall. O sole mio. Prelude in F by Bach. That was the performance book. Now let's take a look at the theory and what kind of theory concepts are going to be in this book. First is review your landmark notes, G, C, F, C, and how to find it on the musical stuff. Understanding the tonic and dominant seventh chord and Roman numerals. Everything is corresponding with the lesson book, so it's not like a separate concept on a separate song. Everything is together, and it's kind of like it gives you an idea what lesson it is comes with. D major pentascale. Pentascale means 5, so 5-finger position, and also learning a ledger line, so everything that included in the lesson book. So that's why I only suggest getting a theory book to my students as a workbook to write things down, because when you write things you remember better. So let's take a look at what kind of technique skills we're going to be practicing. It's a parallel motion, it's a contrary motion, both hands aligning. You'll find the left hand is not always coordinated well enough, especially when you play in hands together, so it makes it more important to develop the skill in the slow tempo. Practicing some chords, shifting hands from one register to another, cross-hand arpeggio could be technically challenging too, and practicing on the shorter exercises makes it much easier to be able to play into musical piece. Now let's take a look at popular repertoire. This is one of my favorite books because they have good songs in it. Okay, so I'm just gonna play a few. The first song is Empire State of Mind. So you probably recognize the song. Again, it's an easy arrangement for piano beginners. Hero from the Spider-Man. A new day has come. Okay, I'm just gonna play the beginning just to be mindful to your time. The Game of Love, I Will Remember You. Let me share screen so you can see the arrangement. Beautiful song and really lovely arrangement. James Bond theme. All right, let's check it out. I'm sight reading all of this, so some of the songs I already played with my students, but many of songs I never used before. Very good arrangement. I like that. If you play this piece of music, this is already very good level of you being able to execute and read and technically be able to play the piano. Because You Love Me, very lovely repertoire. I love this book and really suggest for you getting this piano method book. If you'll start with those two books, this is all you need to have a structure within your learning. And once again, I'm gonna include all the links where you can get the book on the description below. If you don't have access to Piano Adventures, find any other piano method books. Most of them, they're very similar in the curriculum. The only thing that some of the methods are strictly based on the classical music, some of the methods are for children, another is like they have all kind of different things, but overall they all follow the same structure, which is included in all testing systems. Like you probably heard of Royal Conservatory of Music, Certificate of Merit, which is popular, we use with Oak Cliff School in the state of California. They follow kind of like the same guideline. All piano students, they need to be developed in all those aspects that we went through. So it doesn't matter what kind of piano method you're using, as long as it has gradual increasement of the concepts from easiest to the hardest. To make it easier, I created the document in 12 different stages, so you know where to start and what to practice next. Please make sure that you check it in description below and get it as a roadmap or checklist for you to keep next to your piano while practicing, connecting with, are you learning the things that you need to know, that's essential and fundamentals for developing piano skills, or you are missing some skills. So this is Adult Beginner Roadmap step-by-step path completed, beginner to intermediate pianist. You just need to put your name and email address and you're gonna get instant access. You're gonna have a document that has all level 1 and level 2 for adult piano beginners, and everything is broken into stage 1, getting comfortable with the piano, and just the pinpoints of the important things that you need to work on. In stage 2, learning how to read the music, where to pay attention. Stage 3, building coordination by playing hands together. So that way you know exactly the path, step-by-step guidance of going from being complete beginner to intermediate piano player. So in stage 8, major pentascales. I hope it's going to be helpful for you to achieve your goals and get you from being complete piano beginners to play intermediate level.